Good morning, students. This is the time for computer class and I am your computer teacher. We are continuing the lesson MS Excel. So, in this chapter, today we are going to discuss about formatting data. So, what is formatting? Formatting the data means to change the appearance of the text or numbers without changing its value. So, in MS Excel, we can format both the text and numbers. Formatting text means changing the font style, the font type, the font size, and alignment. Formatting numbers means changing the numeric type from one format to another, such as changing a particular value to a date type, to a currency type, etc. So here in formatting the data, the first topic that we are going to discuss is changing the font characteristic. Changing font characteristic. Changing font characteristics. So in order to change the, so consider this is an Excel worksheet over here. These are the rows, these are the columns, now suppose I have typed some text over here. These are few numbers. So in order to change the font characteristic, first of all select the cells whose font you need to be changed. Suppose you want to change this font, then select this row or the cells whose font characteristics you want to be changed. Suppose I have selected this one, this range of cell. So range means the group of cells. So I have selected these cells whose font I need to be changed. Now I move to the font option. Now I move to the font group. And in the font group I click on the font dialog box launcher. I clicked on the font dialog box launcher. A dialog box of this type appeared on the screen. So where we have the option of font, the different types of font styles that are available over here. We can select any of the font styles over here. Next we have font size. We can select the font size over here. Next we have font style. From font style we can select the bold, italic, underlines, etc. Next we have some other formatting scripts like superscript, subscript, strike through, etc. Next we have color, font color that we want to apply over here, and then we have the preview option over here. Preview, whatever changes we make in the text, that will be available in the preview. And after making the necessary changes, means after changing the font style, we can change the font size, we can change the font style like font bold, italic, underline, etc. Next here we can set the characteristics of font like strike through, superscript, subscript, etc. We can change the font color, and after making the necessary changes we can click on OK button. As soon as we click on the OK button, the necessary changes will get applied to the selected text. So in this way we can apply the font characteristics in our document. Now comes the topic alignment of text. The second formatting data option is alignment of text. So alignment places the text or numbers neatly to the margin of the cell. We have already discussed much about the alignment in MS Word. So here we will be just having a quick recap of alignment. We will be not going into the brief description as I have already explained it in the MS Word topic. So the text can be left aligned, center aligned, right aligned, or justify. And beside this, we also have the alignment of middle alignment, top alignment, and bottom alignment. So we have already discussed the left, right, center, and justify alignment in MS Word. So here we are going to discuss only top align, middle align, and bottom align. So what does top align means? Consider this as the cell and as a text. Whenever after selecting the text we click on top align, so our content will remain over here in the top. Our content will start from the top. This is top align. This is top alignment. And whenever we click on the middle align, what does middle align means? Like suppose this is the cell, middle align means it will be in the middle. The selected text will be in the middle of the cell. And whenever we click on bottom align, what does bottom align means? So bottom align means it will be the selected text will appear on the bottom of the cell. So this is bottom align. So the top align means to align the data to the top of the cell. The middle align means to align the data vertically in the middle of the cell, and the bottom align means to align the data to the bottom of the cell. And the remaining alignment, left, right, center, justify, we have already discussed in MS Word. So now we are not going to discuss the same topic again. Now comes the topic changing the text color and cell color. This is the third type of formatting data option, that is changing the text color and cell color. Changing text color and cell color. So what does the text color and the cell colors do? The Excel allowed to change the color of the text. Means by default the color of the text is black, but we can change it according to our options. So how can we do? Select the cell whose text color you want to change, and then move to the font group. From the font group, move to the font dialog box launcher, and here we have the color option. You can select any of the color option from here, or if you don't want any of the color option from here, click on the drop down arrow over here. A window of this type will appear where different types of color box will be available, and below this here will be written more colors, option of more colors. And as soon as you click on more colors, several varieties of color box will be available, and you can select any of the color from that. Now the next topic is how to fill the desired color in the cell. Now we want the background color of the cell. The background color of the cell to be filled with a particular color. So first of all, select the cell or the range of cell whose color need to be filled. Now move to the home tab. From the home tab, now go to the font group, move to the font group, and from the font group click on the fill color button. Click on the fill color button, where a window will appear where different types of color options will be available. We can select any of the color and can press OK button, and that color will appear on the selected cell's background. So this is how we can change the text color and cell color. About formula. So many of the times whenever we work in worksheet, we need to perform certain calculations. For instance, we want to find the total of a numbers, or multiply two numbers, divide the two numbers. We would need to prepare the report, like the report card of students. So in that case, we use the formula. So formula is a sequence of values, cell address, names, functions or operators in a cell that produce a new value from existing value. So remember what is formula? We can say formula is a sequence of values. Formula is a sequence of values, cell address, names, functions or operators in a cell that produce a new value, that produce a new value from existing values. So what is formula? We can say formula is a sequence of values, cell address, names, functions or operators in a cell, and we can produce a new value by calculating the earlier values in the cells. So for formula, the following points must be remembered. First of all, the formula always begins with equal sign. Remember, the formula always begins with equal sign, and all the formula must contain arithmetic operator. Arithmetic operators like the plus, minus, multiply, divide, exponentiation, etc. So these are the different arithmetic operators, and the formula must always begin with equal sign or at the rate and various cell address. So it must begin with equal sign or at the rate sign. So different types of formulas, examples can be given over here, like is equal to A1 plus B1 multiplied by 5. So, or we can also say A1, we can also write in this way, at the rate sum A1 colon B1 multiplied by 5. So in this way we can also write it. The result of the formula is calculated on the basis of BEDMAS rule. BEDMAS, bracket, exponentiation, division, multiplication, addition, subtraction. So in maths you would have done BODMAS, but here we generally follow the BEDMAS. The first of all is the bracket, second is the exponentiation, the third is the division, fourth is multiplication, then addition, and then subtraction. So whenever we want to work with any of the formula, I have already told you that first of all move to a particular cell, and in that cell type the equal sign, and with the equal sign now you can type the cell address. You can either type the cell address one by one, or if there are a range of cells you can write it within the bracket like this way. Like suppose A1 is to A5. So it means that from A1 to A5, and then you can do the necessary calculations as required by your worksheet, like multiplied by 5 or whatever calculation is desired, and after doing it press the enter key. You will get the values of this range of cells calculation. Now comes the topic using compound formula. So compound formula requires more than one operator to perform the calculation. We have seen this in the case of simple interest. Like suppose we are told to find the simple interest, then what is the formula of simple interest? P into R into T divided by 100. So here more than one operator is used to perform the calculations. So this is the compound formula. So how can we enter the compound? How will we perform the compound formula? First of all, click on the particular cell, like click on the cell over here. Now suppose consider this is an Excel spreadsheet over here. This is the row, this is the column over here. Now type the value over here, like suppose I have typed the value 1000, 5, 8. So 1000 is the principal for 5 years and rate 8%. So now here I am trying to calculate the simple interest. So the formula always begins with equal sign. Now after equal, type the value A1 into B1 into C1 and then divided by 100. And after typing this, as soon as I press the enter key over here, so what answer will I get? I will get the answer 400 over here. The answer 400 will appear over here. So in this way we can type the compound formula. So the next topic that we are going to discuss is copying formula. Copying formula. So how can we copy a formula? Many of the times we are required to copy the formula from one cell to another cell or to a range of cells. Remember, when the formula is copied, the reference in the new formula gets changed accordingly. Now suppose if I've written over here 2000, 4 years and 6%. Now after selecting this, suppose I have clicked on the left cell over here and I brought the cell point cursor over here. As soon as I drag it over here, it will automatically get changed to A2 into B2 into C2 divided by 100. So the reference will automatically get changed whenever we copy the formulas. So this is how the formulas can be copied. So students, till now in this video what we have discussed about what is formatting, what is the different types of formatting options. So in the last video I explained about the difference between the formatting and editing. So remember, many of the times in exam you are asked about the difference between formatting the data and editing the data. So in formatting the data, what is formatting the data? What are different options available in formatting the data? Like changing the font characteristics. How can we change the font characteristics? The different types of font options that are available in changing the font characteristics. Next, alignment of text. What is alignment? What are the different types of alignment available in MS Excel? Changing the text color. How can we change the text color and the cell color? What step should we do to change the text color and the cell color? Next, we discussed about formula. What is formula? What are the different operators that can be used in formula? How can a formula begin? What is the simple formula? The way of writing the simple formula. What is the way of writing the compound formula? How can we copy the formula? What are the basic rules that the formula follows? So this was all about in this topic that we have discussed. Now we move to the topic reference. So here reference is also another important topic in MS Excel. So whenever we are asked about what is reference, we generally refer to it by just cell. Reference means the cell. So whenever we are asked about reference, we say that the reference means the cell. Whenever we are asked about the reference, we can say a reference refers to the formula in which a reference refers to the cells. So when a cell like the cell address like A5, A1, colon B1, all these are the reference. So the reference generally refers to the cell address. We have three types of reference: relative reference, next absolute reference, and third mixed reference. So these are the three different types of reference that we have: relative, absolute and mixed reference. So in relative reference, the formula in the copied cell changes accordingly as the change in the position of the cell pointer. So I already explained about the relative reference. Relative reference. So in relative reference, the formula in the copied cell changes according to the change of the position of the cell pointer. So in the last topic only, in the compound formula diagram only, I explained how the cell address changes when we copy the formula. So here, as soon as we copy the formula from the one cell to another, the cell address automatically gets changed. So here we can say the formula in the copied cell, changes according to the change in position, of the cell pointer. The formula in the copied cell changes according to the change in the position of the cell pointer. I have just explained this topic. Now we come to the topic absolute reference. So in absolute reference, generally we put a dollar sign along with row and column. So to make it as a fix, why do we put it? To make the value and location specific so that it does not change when we copy it. So the absolute reference is specified using the dollar sign along with the row and column. So it is used, dollar sign is used to fix the specific location whenever we want that the cell address should, we do not want to change the address of the cell whenever we copy the formula. So in that case, we use the absolute reference. Like say the example can be $A, $4. So whenever we copy this to the another cell's address, here this address will remain fixed as the column and the row both are fixed over here. So whenever both the row and columns values or the reference are fixed, we have the absolute reference. And the third type of reference that we have is mixed reference. So in mixed reference, we can say it is a combination of relative and absolute reference. We can say it is a combination of relative and absolute reference. It is a combination of relative and absolute reference. So here either row or column has to be fixed. So either row or column has to be fixed. Over here. Example, suppose I have written $4. So here the column 4 is fixed over here. Or I can write A column 4. So here the column A is fixed and the row can change. That is, the row can be 4, 5, 6, 7, but the column should be A. And here the 4 is fixed, the row, we can say the row is fixed, so the column can change A, B, C, D, E, F, but the row should be 4 only. So this is about the mixed reference. So the reference is very important topic over here. So this was all about in this video that we have discussed. So we have discussed the reference, the formulas and the formatting options available in MS Excel. Thank you.